Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Claire. Hi, hippie mama. Tay. Broken eggshells. Frank. Penny knew what time it was. She came running out from the bedroom. Cancerian crab. Welcome, Cancerian crab. I am one also. Good morning, everybody. Are you going to go lay down now? You done? She's done. She just came to say hello. From the UK. Right on. We're getting right off the hop here. Cancerian Crab asks, is it worth it to confront a narcissist? Absolutely not. Good morning, Pinar. Confronting a narcissist is just giving them more fuel. They want you to be confrontational because it gives them more energy supply. Aaron 2.0 says, I confronted mine. I got blamed and gaslighted again. This is the thing. This is what they're doing. That you're not going to get any closure. You're not going to get any justification. You're not going to get anything from the narcissist except more of what you've always gotten. Good morning, Carrie. Silence is golden. They don't want resolution. They want to keep the fight going because then they've still got control over you. They don't care about resolution. All they care is that they've got their thumb on you still. Shanice says, no, I told the new supply I was pregnant and he was still trying to sleep with me. Sent screenshots. She didn't believe me. She will see, though. You know, and here's the thing is that we've got to come to terms with the fact that we're just energetic supplies. To them, they don't care if we have a pulse or not. They really don't. This is all about what can I get from you? And if you're going to keep engaging with me, then I still win. And that's what a narcissist does. It's all about fuel. That's right. Aaron says, I'm not allowed to go to our business and see everyone. He doesn't want me to be friends with anyone from our business. When they are my friends, I'm not allowed to confront. Good morning, Pegalicious. Here's the thing. Wow, we're getting right started this morning. They need control. And the best way for you to have control is to gray rock them. Don't give them any attention. Don't engage with them in any capacity. If you can avoid it at all costs, you need to go no contact. Confronting them is only going to cause you more grief and so much pain. You know, you're not going to feel better. You're just going to feel worse because they're going to deny everything that they ever said, have done, anything that you accuse them of. There's no winning here for you. None at all. I don't know, Aaron. Fried seems pretty good too. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Lauren, sweet baby love. Denise, we've got some people that are getting on here. Good morning, Mama Bear. Aaron says he denied everything, and I have proof. You know, and here's the thing, is most narcissists will do the majority of their communication through text messaging, because then they can think things out. They can think it out, and they can figure out how they're going to manipulate you. Sorry, Gypsy Mama says, I hope my ex gets hit by a garbage truck since he's trash. Yeah. Good morning to you too, Danielle. They need time to think things out, so they're going to text you. They're going to text you as much as they can. And everything, here's the beauty of it, it's called screenshots. You can take screenshots and save that shit, and here's proof. Like, I think I posted a meme about that months ago that said, yeah, go ahead, say what you want, but I have 362 text messages and screenshots and blah, 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 blah. And this is the honest to God truth, is that they're cowards. They're absolute cowards, which is why they're such fucking assholes. Aaron says, yes, I tried to call him and he yelled at me and told me I yelled at him. I'm different now and he can't manipulate me like he used to, and he hates it. I hope Shanice says, good morning, Shanice. I hope he never comes back, but I feel like he will. They are cowards. And you know what? Here's the thing. Even though you might not see them, you're going to feel them. Like I was talking to Roya yesterday, Lady Daydream, about the nightmares that I've been having from the PTSD that still comes up. And yeah, gray rock is huge. So when that PTSD was coming up, it's, it's almost like there's this energetic attack that they're making on us. So you can feel them around you. You can feel when shit's going down. You've just got to keep yourself in check. You've got to keep yourself in check and stay aware. Stay very aware. Good morning, Big Papa Kane. Good morning, Lawton. They are punk asses. We got off to a really quick start this morning. I didn't even get to introduce myself. Pinar says, well, divorcing with them, any tips we should pay attention, especially? That's such a broad scope question. I'm not really sure. You want to keep your contact modified when you're dealing with the narcissist. So try and do everything through the lawyers or your mediator when you're dealing with the narcissist through divorce. The less you engage with them, the better, because the last thing you want to do is give them any kind of fuel to go on a smear campaign with. Gray Rock. Look up my IGTV on Gray Rock and really, really learn how to implement that. It's so important because you can gray rock through your mediator as well. Carrie says, my kids used to want to come live with me. Now he's twisted up their little brains because I've had to take care of myself with the PTSD medication, etc. So when that happens, you want to make sure that you're still influential in the lives of your children. Taking care of yourself is teaching your children how to take care of themselves. And when you're dealing with a narcissist, it is so different with your children, and you have to be consciously aware and just keep gray rocking him while you're dealing with your children. They do love lawyers in court because it still gives them their platform. Tay says, sex with these people creates that spiritual cord that keeps us in psychic bond with these people. I agree I agree. I agree. It's like being bonded with a dark demonic entity. You know what, Shanice? I'm getting an abortion. I don't want to deal with this crazy ass. I know that might be bad. I have to save myself. There's no judgment here. You have to save yourself. And you have to consider what a lifetime with that narcissist would be like, and what the lifetime of that child having a narcissistic parent would be like. There's no judgment here. Do what you've got to do for yourself. Be safe. And I'll hold you in that place of love and healing. I've got you, girl. I know this is a hard decision, and this is heartbreaking. I talk with so many women who are pregnant with narcissists, babies, and they're being tortured right now. Lawton says, you're protecting that kid more than you know. Thank you for that, because it's true. It's true. And this isn't a platform where I want to get into that conversation about the politics of it. Just know that you're doing what you can for yourself. And he is trying to trap you. He has refused to help me pay for it, though, but keeps telling me to get rid of it. I feel like he's trying to trap you. He is. He's trying to control you. Either way, he wants to make sure that he's the one who makes the decision. Yeah. Anyway. Good morning, everybody. Keep Shanice in your thoughts, your prayers, your meditations, whatever it is. We need to hold a member of our community in the highest energy of love and healing right now. So let's all do that for her in our thoughts today as we move forward. Take care of yourself, girl. I wanted to, we've all got you here. We do. We started right off the hop this morning with this question about confronting the narcissist. And it's never a good idea to confront the narcissist. Once you leave, you need to go no contact. And what I've been talking with a lot of people about right now, I had 3 different conversations going this morning, and I really didn't know where I was going to go with the topic today. But the topic today was going to be about our healing and whether you're ready for it or not. And Shanice, girl, I know you're feeling devastated, but this is a decision you've made for yourself so that you can heal and break free from the narcissist. And that is so important. It's so important. I have so many people reach out to me and say, okay, I want to heal. What do I need to do? Well, book a session with me and we'll get to work. But they don't really want to heal. They just want to stay. It's not linear. It is not linear. There is no straight path to healing. But so many people want to do it on their own. And here's what I'm telling you. Please listen carefully. When you leave a narcissist, your brain is in survival mode. It is in fight or flight mode, and it doesn't have the capacity to think rationally or to think creatively to heal. This is why coaches and doctors and therapists are so important, because they provide you with the tools that you can't see clearly. Healing is hard, but the work has to be done. I want to heal. Hopefully the new supply keeps him from bothering me. You know what? But here's the thing. This is part of the work, is that once you move past the trauma and you're managing the PTSD triggers, you're managing getting your health back on track and all of those things, then you can start working on the healing aspect of regaining that self-esteem, rebuilding that self-worth. And eventually, the thought of the narcissist bothering you isn't even there anymore because you're so focused on yourself. The focus has got to be on you. Right now, so many are still focused on the narcissist because you've just left him. So you bombard your brain with all of these memes on Instagram and Facebook and Pinterest and wherever, like you're diving right in. Morning, Eva. Morning, Jackie. You're diving right in, and all you want to do is validate everything that you've been through. I get it. You need validation. But now that you've validated everything you've been through, you've got to start dealing with the trauma. When you go no contact, you're going to go through withdrawals. You're going to feel like you need a fix and you're jonesing. You're jonesing for a fix. You need to creep his social media to see what he's up to and see if he's thinking about you, see if he's got a new supply. So Claire says, I want to be in that place, 7 months of no contact after 5 years and still exhausted. And the truth of that is you're exhausted because there's still some focus back on the narcissist. You're still here after all this time, still focusing on the narcissist. Pinar says they are not making their focus on you, so please redirect your focus you give them towards you. This is the only way you're going to heal. When I'm in session with clients, we very rarely talk about the narcissist. They're simply just a reference point. We've got to look at the emotion and heal that emotion. And you can't do that until you start managing the simple traumas, the simple details of living. Bridget says, I made that decision back in August. It was awful and sad and all the things, but I'm grateful I was strong enough to do it, sending strength and love. That was for you, Shanice. Right now, Shanice, your hormones and your emotions are going to get the best of you. They really are. There's just no way around that until this situation has resolved itself for you. And then your hormones need to come back into balance. And while we're speaking about hormones, let me address that when you first leave the narcissist, you're going to be in adrenal fatigue if you've been in flight or fight for so long. Your body doesn't know how to calm itself down. Even though you may be out of a stressful or dangerous situation, your body's not going to know that it's safe. Your mind's not going to know that it's safe because you're still in survival mode. And thank you, Jackie. The simple details of living are essential for healing. And it is the first step, you guys. It is the first step. You've got to create normal routines in your life. You've got to create a new routine. You've got to get new things going. And you're going to be managing a whole bunch of emotion. And you're going to be managing a whole bunch of crazy thoughts. You're going to be going through withdrawal from the narcissist. It's really important that you have a coach or a therapist. And this isn't me selling myself. This is me stressing to you how important this is. You just can't leave a narcissist and go, okay, now I'm going to go and heal. There are stages to healing, just as there are stages to grief. You're going to be mourning the loss of a relationship that you thought you were going to have with this person. You're going to be mourning the loss of that person that you thought he was. You're going to be mourning the loss of the person you wanted him to be. And you're going to be mourning the loss of the person you had to be with him. Mark my words. So you're going to go through those grieving stages. Well, you've got to get your ducks in a row just to get through life, just to get through the day. I'm going to go back here. I see some comments. Shanice says that she's been in the hospital 2 times since she's been pregnant, but trying so hard to get my life back. One thing at a time, sweetheart. You've got to do one thing at a time. You can get your life together once you deal with this part. One thing at a time. Show yourself some grace. There's no race here. Erin says that she went through adrenal fatigue until I almost died and he left me at that time and I didn't know this would all happen and that he was even a narcissist. And this is the truth. Pinar asks, how long does it take on average? There is no time. There is no time. There's no way to gauge how long it's going to take you. It's going to depend on your commitment to yourself. And I mean, this healing work is heavy duty commitment. If you can be so committed to stay in a relationship with the narcissist who treats you like shit, and I know that this is all psychological abuse. I'm a survivor of abuse. I'm not talking out of my ass. But if you can commit to a motherfucking piece of shit like that, you can commit to your badass self. Period. Jackie says, thank the Lord I am over mourning. Yeah, so am I. Pegalicious, you're absolutely right. Everyone heals differently. Everyone heals at their own rate and speed. It takes time. How do you know when you're fully healed? Well, you know what? I don't think we're ever fully healed because as we move along, we're going to hear different triggers. We're going to have different triggers. I'm at a good stage of healing in my life, but am I fully healed? No, because I'm still not out there dating. I'm not ready to be in a relationship, so that tells me I still have some healing work to do. And then I'm going to be in a relationship one day, and then there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff that comes up that is going to need to be healed then. I'm hoping to find a very healthy partner who's going to be willing to work with me should things come up. So there's always going to be different stages of our healing. If you have kids with them, you're going to see them at grads. You're going to see them at weddings and birthdays and events. So there are going to be all of these different stages of your life that are going to require a different stage of you. So there's no real way to know when you're fully healed. I think I think the true healing comes with learning how to manage your emotions, learning how to manage your reactions, and learning how to manage those triggers so that when you're in those situations, then you know how to manage yourself. That's the true work, is managing yourself. Commitment is key. I'm glad to hear that you guys are all committed to yourself. We've got someone new here. I was just dumped by a narc. What hurts the most for me is that they didn't love you ever. They're not capable. They're not capable of love. They lack empathy. They lack compassion, remorse, self-reflection, regret. They do not have the ability to love. They equate excitement with love, addiction to love. It is only what you can do for them. If you can offer nothing, then they see no value in you and they discard you. And this is why gray rocking is so important. I became so bloody boring to the narcissist. He didn't want to be with me anymore at all. I made him not want me. And Lawton about dating, yeah, that's exactly what I decided on doing, waiting until someone comes along and is my equal. And here's the biggest thing, is that we've been programmed, hardwired, or naturally inclined to fix people. That's why we ended up with a narcissist. So we're going to fix them. Fix yourself, and then you won't want to fix anybody. Because fixing yourself is a full-time job. Becoming self-aware is a full-time job until you're so self-aware that it's just second nature. Managing triggers is a rough one. Where talking is part of it, not accusing each other. Yep. And you know what? Let's talk about the new supply for a second. Shanice just pointed out that she thinks he really loves her and is exempt. We thought the same thing at one point. I was so enraptured by the narcissist and his idealization and love bombing that when people were telling me he destroyed women, I was like, you're just jealous. I love him. He loves me. They're incapable. So just remember that you were once the new supply too. Gray rocking worked well. Aaron says, yes, he is addicted to so many things and stays up all night, all the time, and I don't want that life. And you know what? This is really important because with the narcissist, you've got to realize that that's going to be your life. Whatever it is that you're doing all the time is always what it's going to be. It's not going to change. It's not going to get better. It's not going to improve. You're not going to be doing different things. The narcissist wants things on their own terms, and they're going to make sure that they get it. And if they don't get it, they're going to discard you, or they're going to punish you at the very least. You are there as an accessory in their lives. You're just along for the ride. That's all. That's all. So you've got to decide, is this the life I want for myself? Because if it is, then go ahead. By all means, stay. Be happy. But if it's not, then you've got to start getting your plan in place, your strategy to leave, your strategy for healing. Do you think that they love you in their own warped way? Yeah, Claire, I actually do think that they believe that excitement and that obsession and fuel energy supply is love. That's why it's so easy for them to say, oh my God, I love you. You're giving me everything I need right now. Oh my God, you're the best supply ever. Think about this for a second. When he says you're the best woman ever, replace that with you're the best supply ever. The best supply ever. He used to tell me that I was the love of his life. No, I was the best supply of his life. That's it. That is all. You've got to learn how to replace these things in your mind. You are not the love of his life. You're the best supply he's ever come across until now. Up to this point, otherwise he'd still have another supply, but everyone gets tired of it, and he gets tired of them, so the discardation comes. You're just a supply. He cannot be happy when you are strong. They cannot tame you when you get pissed because it reminds them they are weak. Pardon me. So sorry. Yeah, it's true. Sorry, I'm trying to see some comments here. They don't love you, they use you. They do not love anyone. And they are happy when you are strong. What in the world? How could you? That's another thing I suggest too. Replace the word love with use, and replace anything that identifies you to them as with the word supply, because that's all you are. It's a hard, cold, harsh reality, but it's all you are is a supply. Jackie, you know what? I don't even care if he gets a new supply. I don't either. If he got married, great. But all I think of is any woman that comes into his life is headed into her darkest days and she doesn't even know it. I pray, I hope, and I pray that she is aware enough to see the red flags and leave. That's all I pray for. I don't pray for ill against her. I used to be her. And I know how difficult it is to leave and to see the red flags when somebody makes you feel so good. Kathy says, it's ironic you're used to being love bombed that once you're not love bombed, you're not interested in a guy. And you know what? This is so true. We get so bored with real, normal, balanced people out there. Because the love bombing and the gaslighting creates that trauma bond. It creates that addiction that gets your adrenaline running and all your endorphins surging. So you get that dopamine and that serotonin fix. And this is actually an addiction. So then we go out into the world and start having, dating other people, and we're looking for that same fix. We're looking for that same fix in somebody else. But you can't, because you've got an addiction. It's not the other person's fault that they're appearing and seemingly boring to you. They're healthy. Well, healthier. So it's really important to identify that you've got an addiction, and you need to treat it as such. You need to go through detox. You need to replace the addiction with healthy behaviors. Yes. Oh my gosh. Pray for her, Shanice. Pinar says they found a new person who they can control more easily and manipulate. Yeah, exactly. Aaron says, yes, only on their own terms, his way or none. I don't want that life. You know what? I always was told it's my way or the highway. I chose the highway. It's a chemical brainstorm. It is a chemical tornado in your brain. Purple Haze. Hey, beauty. From experience, when they show love or caring, it is always when people are around, hence the show. But behind closed doors, it's all discard. The excitement of people watching them show love. Because when they show love, they're the greatest actors. They're award-winning actors. They're so worthy of an award of an Oscar. Because they're everything they do outside the closed doors is to get recognition and acknowledgement for being so awesome. And they're also brainwashing everyone out there so that when they do discard you and they start a smear campaign, it's more believable on their end than it is on yours, because you're not out there and telling the world and showing your family and friends while you're at functions that you're being abused. You put on a good, brave face. And you're also caught in the moment of that the love bombing. Oh my God, he does really love me. Look, he's showing everybody how much he loves me. Bullshit. You're just a supply, hippie mama. Aaron says he's 54 and hangs with 30-year-olds and got Botox and bought a fancy car and embarrasses his daughter by trying to hang out with her and her friends. So hideous. Yeah, the ex-narc does the same thing. So they attach themselves to things that make them appear youthful and make them look good. The ex-narc was very puts his daughter on a pedestal and makes him, he tells everyone how perfect she is. She's a perfect princess because it makes them look good. It's all about looking good. Lawton, haven't heard from the narc since I called him out. Go figure. Well, you knew that was going to happen. They do love their moms though, right? No. They idealize their moms, but they also, this is where their moms are part of the problem. Sometimes. Sorry, I shouldn't. I'm just generalizing. I shouldn't. It depends on the narcissist. They don't love. They don't love. It's like even the narc with his mom always was like, if he had her running errands for him, going out and bringing him coffee to the job site and doing everything for him so that he never had to do it. He never had to do anything because he had his mom doing it. He had his ex-wife doing it. He had me doing it. So the guy never had to do anything or pay for anything. It's not love. It's still, what can I get from you? And then when she couldn't give him what he wanted her to do, he'd lash out and attack her. And then stonewall her for days. He wouldn't talk to her for days. Don't confuse that. They do not love their mothers. They do not love, period. What is in it for me? That's the narc. He's addicted to the chemical reaction in the brain associated with new love and drama. It's not love, though. It is not love. It is the excitement aspect. It's the adrenaline of the addiction of what can I get from you? They always want to be in that honeymoon stage. And then once the honeymoon stage passes and they're not excited about anything anymore, then that's when they start the devaluing and the discarding. Pegalicious says, harsh, cold reality, which is hard to accept, but in order to heal, we have to accept that narcs are who they are. Stop trying to convince yourself that they're anyone but who they are. You're not doing yourself a favor. You're not doing yourself a favor. Simmery says, Kathy, no, they don't love anyone but themselves. They don't even love themselves. We need to get really fucking clear on this, you guys. They do not even love themselves. That's why they're such horrible human beings. Because when you love yourself, that love shows in your communication and your expression out into the world. They have such deep self-loathing. They do not love themselves at all. They're the most angry, self-loathing people on the planet. Highways wide open. They hate themselves too. Love-hate relationship. I almost got one for the narc for Christmas. Sorry, I'm just kind of catching up here. Acknowledgement as part of their supply is huge, you guys. I attend Women's Aid in the UK, and statistics show that women are more likely to be abused when they are pregnant and have newborns because you need them then. They need you to need them, which is why they start beating your self-esteem down. They get you to such a place that you can't even think for yourself anymore. And when you're vulnerable is when you need them, and they want you to be vulnerable, which is why pregnant women and women with newborns have such a hard time leaving narcissists and are most abused by them. Oh, I'm falling apart here. Oh my God, the mom thing says it all. You're on point about the mom. The mom is part of the problem. My narcs had a strong bond with their moms. Kathy, I'm going to give you a tip here that I always give everybody freely. Quit calling him my narc, because as soon as you say my, you take ownership and you pull that closer to you. Distance yourself by saying the narc, the ex-narc, the. You never want to say my. You do not own that guy. They secretly hate women. They're all misogynists. They hate women. They claim that they love women, but they only love what they can get from women. Raged. Oh boy, sorry. I'm so far behind on comments. Wow, I'm super behind in comments. They project that on you as a way to keep you down and unmotivated. Yes. He is a good businessman, but stunted emotionally. They are emotionally stunted at a childhood level. Lawton says he's a good businessman because that makes him look awesome to the community and people around him. Plus, to be a good businessman, you can't, a good person in business, to do well in business, you have to be able to detach emotionally from making hard decisions. And that's very easy for a narcissist to do because they don't have an emotional connection. They don't have empathy and they don't have compassion. So it's very easy for them to make business decisions that are harder for people who are deeply emotionally moved and motivated. Does that make sense? Everyone is the narc's prey, and they can decide what purpose people can serve them. They're flying monkeys. Yes. I want to get caught up here. Kathy says, my ex-husband didn't sleep with me for a year when I got pregnant. I felt so fat and ugly instead of enjoying the magic of having a child together. Yeah, any time with the narc is terrible. Most narcs have a type A personality, which makes them a shrewd businessman. Okay, I'm caught up. Ha, it's 9:33. We're over. I encourage you all to release some of the obsession that you have about getting clear on what the narc is. There are plenty of resources, but you need to start releasing the addiction to understanding and validating everything that's happened to you and start moving toward your healing. This is part of the process. You're always going to be processing and transforming things as you go along. But remember, you're the one who needs to heal. The narc will never heal. They're incapable. They're incapable of healing. But you're not. Anyway, you guys, I am past the half hour. Some of you are ready for the next stage of healing where we get to look at ourselves, go jump on that workshop for June 22nd. There's still 25% off today. And at the end of the day, that's done. What else is there? Book some time with me, you guys. If you're ready to start doing your healing, book some time. I'm Trish of Badass Broad Coaching Company. I'm a narcissistic abuse recovery coach, and I help you with tools to move into a better, thriving life. Holding you all in my highest energy of love and healing. As always, stay badass and go rock the day.